What's up, YouTube? Bam, and welcome to another episode of Wolf King's Vids. Alright, so today we got, let's see, what's this? Something from Raw Story. This woman's religion is sexual healing, but she was convicted of running a brothel anyway. Alright, so, let me just, in a flowing fuchsia dress, matching fuchsia shawl, and silver ballet slippers, Tracy Elise, the head of the Phoenix Goddess Temple in Phoenix, Arizona, was taken away in handcuffs. She didn't murder anyone or set up a hedge fund that crushed the retirement accounts of thousands of people. She ran a goddess-focused temple to honor the natural healing and the sacredness of the body. Prosecutors said it was just a fancy excuse for a brothel, however. Quote, we uplift women in spiritual authority, healing, and training our practitioners in full spectrum energy, holy anointing, and whole body healing, Elise's Facebook page says. According to the Washington Post, she was found guilty on 22 counts, including money laundering and pandering as an actual prostitution, not what politicians do. Elise offered spiritual sexual services to anyone who made a donation to a church, but the temple was raided by local police in 2011, and indictments were handed down to members of the organization for prostitution. Another quote, sexuality is natural, necessary, and a lot of it happens with ignorance, Elise explained to the jury in her closing statement. The Phoenix New Times reported, please don't let pornography and sex ed be the only thing people have. Serving as her own attorney, yeah, that was probably a dumb move, though. She told the court that sexual healing was an asset to the community. Deputy County Attorney Edward Letter acknowledges the sacredness of the practice, but that the defendant was still giving employees money for sex, regardless of whether the sex was spiritual. It was paid for, and fellow Deputy County Attorney Chris Sammons explained in his closing statements that that was what made it illegal. Well, first off, what you should have did was honestly record it. You know, that way it'd be porn, and you know that'd be a nice loophole. But just think about it for a second. Think about this for a second. Now imagine if this was a Christian complaining about sex ed and wanting to promote a more conservative approach to sex ed, like just teaching kids about being abstinent. Imagine if it was like that. You wouldn't hear a peep out of law enforcement or the courts or anything. Or imagine if this was like the Hobby Lobby case. If you're working for a company and if you want extra benefits, but if it includes something that goes against their code of ethics, like contraception, you just say, no, you don't get contraception because I'm a Christian and you have to, follow under my bullshit. You'd hear nothing. There'd be no, law getting into it. There'd be no uproar. There'd be nothing. And the reason I say it is because this whole issue of religious liberty, it's sort of a one-sided thing that seems to just be for conservative Christian fundamentalists. Whenever it's like another group, talking or expressing their views or something like that, it's always some issue. It's always persecution. It's always some bullshit. And the fact of the matter is, it's not a one-way street. It should be an all-inclusive, every single street, as long as it's a group with a message to put behind. I mean, hell, with the Satanic Temple, for example, their invocation got shut down for like a moment of silence, and and recently now they're bringing back this they're only going to allow Christian prayer to be done, and it's like, well, that sort of proves the point that there is a bias with this whole religious liberty thing. It shouldn't just be an excuse for only certain religious people to use in a defense when they're trying to get their free speech out there. If you have any particular group that has a message that they just want to express, it should be done, and the law should be, focusing on maintaining that for the sake of equality, for the sake of everyone getting their voices out there, and for discrimination to be lowered on this particular issue. But to continue with this article, okay. Elise's business partner, Wayne Clayton, made a plea agreement to a lesser charge if he would testify against Elise. Leader said that Clayton's role was to help survivors of sexual assault learn to be sexual again, but what he ended up re-victimizing women, yada yada. Her website, Team God is Blessed, as well as her Facebook page, outlined her journey throughout the trial and implored supporters to endorse her quest to convince the state that religion was legitimate. After the verdict, Elise's son, Ben Wade, told the Arizona Republic that his mother would continue her ministry. She is teaching women about the goddess, he said, and now she's doing wherever she's at, which is in prison. But yeah, I mean, I hope she gets her fucking legal issues cleared out and she gets released. But more so, I hope this, people wake up and realize that this religious liberty thing is not just a one-side thing. It should be for everyone, including the non-religious. And that being said, people just wake up and dare to know more. Just apply more of that free thought. You know what I mean? But that being said, that's my video. This has been Wolf King. Peace out. If you like this video, whatever, you know what to do. And peace out. Oh, and don't forget, the Pandemonium's gonna be live tonight, I guess, in about a few hours. So check for that. Later.